Kara with Manifesting Alchemy, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and everybody that has liked and subscribed. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. I'm so grateful from the bottom of my heart. So I share information here about manifesting and healing and becoming the best version of you. I feel like I want to share experiences that have happened to me over the past 7 years and my journey where I feel like my life has completely transformed and I've become and continuing to become the best version of myself. So I like to share that knowledge that I have with other people as well. And like I say in other videos, I don't think of myself as a guru or a teacher. I'm just a friend sharing information with another friend. That's why I do my videos a little bit boring, so you can just have something to listen to while you're walking your dog or doing your dishes. And anything that doesn't speak truth to your soul, you don't have to take it as truth. But if it does help you and you feel like you're moving in the direction that you want to go, and you're just like, yeah, that's what I needed to hear today. That's why I do these videos. So I was actually on YouTube today scrolling through videos, and I came across a video that I watched, I think 2 years ago, with someone that does claim to be a manifestation coach, and she is a manifestation coach on YouTube. And I remember watching, she's very popular with her videos, and one of the videos that I watched was like, get your SP, your specific person, back in time for Valentine's Day. And she was like, I know there's only 3 days left for Valentine's Day, but you're gonna get your specific person back in 3 days by using this technique. So I did the technique and I didn't get my person back in 3 days. So I did it again and I didn't get my person back in 3 days, and I did it again. And every time I felt more defeated. And I was like, why? I'm reading the comments and people are getting their specific person back into their life. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? Why can I not attract the person that I want to be with into my life in 3 days, and everybody else can do it? Like, what's wrong with me? I can't do it. And I felt really bad. I ended up finding several other manifestation coaches on YouTube and going to their channel. One person said, if you, like I mentioned in my first video, that if you buy my program, then you will get your person back. And if you don't buy it, then you really don't want them back. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. So I bought the expensive program, went through everything, did everything to a T, and it was helpful. But did I get the specific person back? No, I didn't. And I was like, again, what is going on? So she had a group, followed the group. And I'm not telling these stories to bash anybody on YouTube. I'm only telling them as something, as my own journey and my own experience. And this is me being extremely honest. It makes me a little bit nervous to be this honest, but I want, if anybody else is out there feeling the way that I felt, I want you to know that the outcome that I had in the shift that I made. It's really important. And because we're all in this, journey where we're growing and evolving and becoming the best version of ourselves. And so I joined a group that she had and went to the classes, and I felt like I was feeling pretty good, even though I didn't have the specific person. I was like, you know what, but my life is making positive improvements and I'm feeling a lot better about myself. I'm gaining confidence, and I just wanted to gain more information. I was like, this is a different way of thinking. I feel really excited. And in one of the classes that she taught, she said, if you're here, then there's something wrong with you. And for me, it just hit really hard. I was like, I just wanted knowledge and information. I wanted to gain wisdom, and that was what my intention was at that moment. It wasn't thinking that I had this lack, but at that point on, it hit me so hard, and I felt like, oh my gosh, I do have a lack. You're right, I don't have the person. And then I went back into this tailspin of losing the confidence in myself and everything that I had built because of that comment. And that's why I say often in my videos that if you're here, then there's definitely something right with you, because you're gaining knowledge and information. And that's how life is. That's how the most successful people in life are. They're constantly growing and expanding. And they, if somebody says something's wrong with you, you're like, well, that's your opinion. And I feel content in myself because you have that foundation that's solid. You have that self-concept that's solid, and you can't be shaken. But that's a process to grow and to learn, for sure. So I thought today, I'm like, I want to do another of my most honest videos that I did, like how I did one with my karmic ex that I wanted to delete right after I posted. But I thought if anybody else is going through this situation, you should know that I had a very, even though it was tough to go through it, where I am now, I looked at that as a learning experience that I went through that changed my life, actually for the better, because I learned from it and I didn't repeat the cycle. So even though I definitely don't want to repeat that, ever go through that again, but if somebody's going through that and you just feel like you're hopeless, that's why I wanted to do a video to share that. I'm giving my honest advice and opinions, and results that I've seen of having positive having positive outcomes in my life. And that's how I perceive life now. It's a journey, and it's experiences that we're having and growing in knowledge and information. And even if you get, rejected or shot down, or somebody doesn't like your idea, or even you were turned down from a job that you thought you deserved, you can change that outcome. You can script it, and that's why I feel like, your story and your getting through the subconscious blocks. Because now I look back at that, and the reason why I didn't get the person back in 3 days is I had some major subconscious blockages that I didn't deal with, that I had been carrying around for years and years. And that's why I wasn't getting the person back in 3 days to show up in my life, because I needed to become a better version of myself. Honestly, thinking it's all about them. When you're manifesting, you're like, oh, I want them, I'm going to change them, I'm going to convince them, that I'm the best catch, when it's really you. You need to change you and become the best version of you, to have that solid self-concept that you can't be shaken because you're so confident in yourself. And it's not being that you're putting other people down or thinking you're superior of everybody else. We're all on a journey. It's becoming the best version of you. For me, best version of Kara. And what does that look like? Am I better off than I was a year ago? Yes. Am I better off than I was 2 years ago? Yes, because I'm gaining knowledge and wisdom. I'm learning from my mistakes, and I'm not repeating the cycles. And so that's what I want other people to know. If you feel hopeless, you're watching other videos, maybe you watched one today, and you feel like you have like manifestation isn't for you, or why is it working out for other people and you're not getting where you want to go, it could be because of those subconscious blocks that you have, that you look at and need to examine. And there are different ways to get through those. I did a video on subconscious blocks, and I'll probably do another one again in the future, because it's so important, that part of conscious manifesting, especially if you feel like you can't get something, and when you lose confidence in yourself and your abilities. Like I went to the money subconscious, like what is blocking my money, and that has completely changed. And like I talked about my money video, one of the exercises that I did for myself was giving out $100 bills, because that used to be a really big deal to me. I would never think of ever giving out a $100 bill. And then once I started doing that, it wasn't about showing off, being like, oh my goodness, I'm so rich, I'm handing out $100 bills. It was that I didn't have that. I didn't look at it. It was like, I have this one thing and I'm never going to get another one. It was like money comes and goes. It's an energy. And I like to bless other people, and they bless me as well in return. And that's what I say, if somebody's offering you money, say thank you. Even if you say thank you and you want to hand it right back, that's fine too. Whatever speaks to your soul and makes you, aligns with your core beliefs that you have. All these things are so important. I want to do my videos, differently, where I'm giving you information from a different angle than every other manifestation coach. Even though I don't like to call myself a manifestation coach, a little bit different than other people on YouTube doing videos and saying, well, what if you can't, get this result? What is a different angle to try? So it's a different option, something different. And one piece of advice I would give to you today, that if you're in that situation where you feel desperate, number one, don't feel desperate. Figure out where your subconscious is, and you have to run through and say, is it possible to have this? And if you're like, yeah, it's possible. Like, are you alive and breathing? And can you, have a whatever it is that you want to attract in your life, that it's physically possible? Then you run through that and you're like, yeah, it's possible. And you don't have to hold on to it so tight. I know I've seen other videos where people say you really have to feel it and think it, but it's happened more than once. Attracted large sums of money when I just thought about it once. And I didn't hold on. I didn't think about it being the bank account. I didn't think about how I was going to get it. I was just like, is it possible? Yeah. And I got it. And it's happened multiple times because I just ran through my mind. I'm like, I don't have any subconscious blocks. Yeah, somebody can hand me $1,000,000 and I'm fine with that. And I didn't have anything. But in the past, I did have subconscious blocks. I had things like, if somebody hands me money, I'm going to owe them for the rest of my life, and different things that I was carrying around. Or like I said, that growing up hearing like, oh, money is the root of all evil, or if you don't work hard to earn money. And it's not that you're trying to take or that you have to ask. Honestly, it's you're allowing that flow of the energy, because money is an energy. It comes and goes. It's being in that right vibration. And the different ways, people are like, well, how did you get that money? Well, in different ways. It could be that you have an inheritance that comes your way that you weren't expecting, or somehow you get a bonus or rebate or whatever. However it comes, it doesn't matter. It's allowing it to, being open to it, saying, can it happen? Yeah. Can my specific person call me today and ask me on a date? Yeah. Like, is it physically possible? Yeah. Do I have to force it? No. Am I allowing it to happen? And am I the best version of me? Do I have those qualities right now? Is it that you just want to date or talk to them, or is it that you want a loving, passionate, committed relationship with the person that you trust and that you want to spend the rest of your life with? And what is your relationship going to look like? So of course, if you're forcing them, like I said in my other video, if you're forcing them to be in a relationship, do you want to force them every day to do things? No, you want them to think on their own and to make good choices and to be, the best version of them as well. So that's why it's important to look at yourself. Of course, I just learned that this year, how important it is, because it's not just about dating or being chased or going, yeah, I manifest that specific person, but did you manifest them in their best version? Did you make that quantum leap? Because that's how it happens. And you always want to bring out the best of them, and you always want to speak the best about them too. If you love them and you care about them, don't talk trash about them. Don't walk around and say, oh, they're this, this, and this, and then think they're going to come out in a different version. So that is a lesson that I've learned that I feel is incredibly important. So this is my very honest information today that I'm sharing, that I wish somebody would have told me, years ago, and watched a video on that and saying, what if you feel stuck and you can't manifest, and looking at those subconscious beliefs? Because if you're having trouble, then chances are, most likely, I would say, what it is your subconscious, that you need to examine and look through any blockages that you have, and allowing yourself to become the best version. Also, you can run through what your story is. What would you tell your best friend? That's your automatic story. Sorry, I'm having issues again. I had to make a quick stop here. So it's like, what would you tell your best friend? And you don't have to lie, make it up. It can be your honest opinion. And you don't have to tell everybody about what you're manifesting if you need to keep it to yourself, to make sure that you're solid in your story. But how you perceive yourself, that is your story and what is going on around you. So the one thing that I would say take with you today is saying that everything is working out for me, or I'm always finding the answers, and know that you do. So even if you have something that feels like a major failure and you just want to give up on everything, that you just need to change your story, your situation, and your approach, and that everything that you do is a learning experience in life. You either learn to do it again or to not do it again, or some people don't learn, they keep having the cycles, and that's what happens, is my personal belief. So hopefully this information was helpful today, and helping you feel like you're not alone on this journey. You're becoming the best version of yourself, and there's definitely something right with you if you're here watching this video. So I appreciate you so much for everybody that has liked and subscribed to my videos. And my intention is that you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.